be sure to check back next week when I challenge Eric to a quick game of 2K.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. I was gonna, kind of take it easy on you, but now.
Coming up moments from now, it's the 2K Sports pregame show. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA. DA, it's well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. Now we'll look at Anaheim's starting lineup. Harden out there with Hield, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. And for New York, they've got Gallinari. Chris Paul is out there with Robinson. And it's Joe Ingles, and it's Love in at the 5. Now here's Paul. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. And it's blocked. Here's the break. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now, here is Gallinari. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Love kicks to Gallinari. Shot clock at 3. Robinson for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Well, we expect to see a lot of threes tonight in this one, Smitty. Both teams can really shoot the lights out.
You know what, Kevin? When you have both teams that can really shoot, I think it comes down to which team can make a shot after you ran off the three-point line and can make the next play. That's what it's going to come down to.
Now, here is Robinson. Harden missing his last shot. Now Robinson. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Portland. Ingles dishes to Love. New York needs to get off a shot. Yep, that one goes in there.
Great job scanning the floor by Kevin Love, using his vision to find the open man.
Hield outside. Lets the 3 fly. Harden's shot is off. Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game, a loss to the Bobcats.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. That did not happen.
They never really got into a rhythm, despite trying a few different things. Sometimes it's just not your night.
Hield with the bucket.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get your better scores some easy looks so they can start to establish themselves.
Now here's Paul, and he makes that one.
The result of Paul's awareness of everything around him gets a nice look inside.
Hield outside. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Fires the 3. The Knicks pull it in. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Anaheim team. Ingles passes to Robinson. Unable to get that one. Harden with the defensive effort. Anaheim trails by 3. To the inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Paul finds Gallinari. Back to Paul. Pass to Love. And he comes up with the deuce.
This is the one thing you can count on from Kevin Love. He's going to stay active in the lane.
Hield the pass to Kleba. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Robinson. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Down low. Pass to Paul. Takes a 3. Trains the three-pointer. Paul's got his second bucket tonight.
And over the years, Chris has really honed in on making the three-point shot. Understands how important it is.
The deep 3 from Harden. And that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes the first quarter of... at the center as opposed to his customary power forward.
The adjustment for me has just...
The league in general, GA, going smaller. Love finding himself more and more, moving up to the 5.
Yeah, he can certainly rebound at that position, and his perimeter shooting at the 5 makes him a tough cover.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Anaheim, we've got Harden out there with Hield, and it's Boucher in at the 4 spot.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
An accomplished family for Anunoby. His father's a professor. His brother played pro football.
And OG Anunoby, he's put together like a football player himself. A powerfully built player for a wing.
Ingles passes to Gallinari. Paul kicks to Gallinari. Inside. And the basket by Ingles. Ingles has got his first points of the night.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
The 3 from Harden. No good that time. The Knicks go the other way with it. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
You know what it is? That's good advanced scouting. They knew what they were in for, and they were ready.
And the Clippers miss again. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Ingles, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Big-time scoring move. When Ingles surprises people with the drive, it creates opportunities to set up other guys in the future.
Harden, the shot, no good. Good D from Love.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Boucher. He kicks to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound Love. The Knicks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Paul, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Right there from mid-range. This is where Paul's craftiness is magnified.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Boucher passes to Harden. To halt the run, and taken away by Paul. Here's Robinson. There's the pass to Ingles. Passes to Love. Fade away. A shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Love's got the lead up to 13 now for the Knicks. So timeout called here, the first for Anaheim. And his teammates call him old man, say he looks like a 40-year-old farmer. But Joe Ingles, Smitty, much more than meets the eye.
You know what, Kevin? He's a star in his role. He's gotten better and better. He's a guy who can impact winning on a nightly basis.
Now here's Hield. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. Back to Anunoby. Anaheim needs to get off a shot here. The 3 from Harden. It's rebounded by New York. Love's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 4 this quarter.
The concentration and the body control CP3 possesses is just astonishing.
The shot missing. And so it's New York. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show. Welcome back, everybody. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They lead by 15. And that's going to do it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
We've got Kevin Love. Robinson is out there with Paul. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Ingles in at the 3. That's the 5 for New York right now. The 3 from Harden sinks the three-pointer. Harden's got the first basket of the third quarter for Anaheim. The emphasis on freedom of movement, less grabbing and holding on the perimeter, Steve, has made some players almost impossible to defend.
Yeah, James Harden, because he likes to be physical, and it's how can you not guard him without being physical in return. Steph Curry, because he gets the opening shoot shots. Lillard, Kyrie, Devin Booker, Giannis, Kevin Durant for sure. It's hard to guard these guys because they're so good on the offensive end.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Anaheim. A 12-point game. Healed with the bucket.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Harden against Paul. Shoots from 8. Pass to Hield. Back to Harden. Puts up a 3. Ingles with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 12. Pass to Gallinari. Kicks it to Robinson. Looks for Paul. Gets it to him. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And it's interesting looking back at past drafts. Chris Paul taken 4th overall, but will be the clear number 1 in a do-over.
And so Paul nails both of them. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Gallinari with the steal.
Just another example of losing concentration. His 4th turnover of the evening. He has to start protecting the ball better.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Kleba. He's guarded by Love. From deep, Harden. The Knicks pull it in. 1:32 left in the third quarter of the game. And here is Ingles. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. There's the triple. Paul's shot is off. Anaheim trails by 16. Stolen by Robinson. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. And that one is off. Anaheim goes the other way with it. To the middle. Boucher kicks to Harden. The pass to Kleba. Good on the shot. Kleba's got his first bucket in this one.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Robinson drives in. That one, no good. Good D by Hield.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
Here's Harden on the wing, defended by Paul. Harden the pass to Boucher. Just 5 to shoot. Hield from outside. Rebound, Love. Love's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Passes it to Robinson. To the paint. Stolen. Hield from outside. Buries it from three-point range. Hield's got 5 points in the quarter.
And you've got to be up on Hield, especially when he's beyond the arc. If not, he'll burn you.
And so it's the New York Knicks. Their lead. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So on the floor for Anaheim, we've got Anunoby, Harden out there with Hield, and it's Kleba in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Carving out space in the paint. Love puts the defense in a tough spot.
Both free throws good from Kevin Love.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Harden scanning the floor. That one drops for him.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Harden against Paul. Oh, the lob to Gallinari. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Paul against Harden. Paul passes to Love. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
The defender out of position. Love smartly taking advantage.
Both free throws good from Kevin Love.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Harden against Robinson. Harden, no good.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Back to Ingles. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
With the basketball in hand, no one is more patient than Paul. Waits for his man to break free.
Harden with it. He's picked up by Paul. It's Harden with the drive, and he banks in the layup.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Paul with the ball. Bucket is good. Steve, we've heard Commissioner Adam Silver broach the idea of a mid-season tournament. How that would be structured, I don't know. Do you think that could possibly work?
I think it's a possibility, Kevin. One, I think you definitely have to have the season shortened to 75 games, 68 games. I think you have to do it on the back end of the All-Star break because we know so much as far as the calendar. When can you fit this in? Maybe 3 or 4 days after the All-Star game during that week. Expand that time off of maybe 3 or 4 days. It's possible.
Shot clock at 6. Basket good. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, the pick and roll play is his forte. Chris Paul knows exactly what he's doing.
Harden against Paul. Harden right side. Here's Boucher. Gallinari covering. Boucher's shot is off.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for New York.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Chris Paul.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Basket counts.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. So, all right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.